In this video, I'll share the ultimate guide to leveling up quickly and efficiently. Watch as I reach level 104 in no time and learn how to do the same. I've optimized the video by speeding up the paths, so you can get straight to the good stuff without wasting a minute. Subscribe for more Elden Ring content that will keep you on the edge of your seat, and let's dive in to level up together. We are starting from the Limgrave region. Activate this site of grace at the beginning of the region. Immediately after that, you'll see the white-faced Var NPC on the left side, whom you need to talk to 3 times. This NPC will provide you with advice and information about quests. We will encounter this NPC several times in the guide. After finishing the conversation with the NPC, explore the ground area to find Roa fruits. As you can see, I've found some Roa fruits and Erdleaf flowers. I might have missed some fruits, but let's continue checking all the bushes ahead to collect as many as possible. Moving forward, I found the golden rune. You should collect these wherever seen. After this, enter the Church of Ella. Take the grace, and then meet the merchant Kale. You can sell your collected items to him in exchange for runes. As you can see, I'm selling golden rune for 400 runes. Now I'm going to buy the crafting kit from this merchant. This crafting kit will help you create various items, and you'll need to gather materials for these items. Along with that, you'll also come across a smithing table next to which there's a smithing stone. Make sure to collect it. You can use the smithing table to increase the strength of your armaments. Here is a tip for beginners. You should activate any sites of grace you come across, as they help you with fast travel between locations. Moving forward, I've found some Roa fruits here, and it's good to collect as many as possible because they are useful material for crafting items. Another tip is that you can check your current location from the map menu and examine the surrounding area to easily navigate to the discovered sites of graces. Additionally, wherever you see a pillar icon on the map, you can collect a new piece of the map from that location. Now, move towards the gatefront site of grace. Activate this site and rest here. This will introduce Melina to you, an NPC who, upon talking to her, will give you the spectral steed whistle. This whistle will be used to summon the torrent horse. In the main menu, you'll find the option for your pouch where you can store 6 items, and you can directly use 4 of them without opening the main menu. It's recommended to keep the whistle among these 4 items. Then, head straight towards the gatefront ruins. You'll find a pillar on the left side where you'll get a map. Make sure to pick it up. This map will unlock a new area where you can gather more resources. After this, you'll need to kill Bloody Finger Nerigis to obtain the Reduvia dagger. It's one of the initial weapons you can collect in the game. You'll find Bloody Finger Nerigis near the Murkwater Caves. Follow me to get there. This is the location on the map where Bloody Finger Nerigis will invade the area. Now, defeat the invaded Bloody Finger Nerigis to obtain the Reduvia dagger. After this, enter the Murkwater Cave and activate the site of grace. Now, proceed deep into the cave. Traverse through the mist and face patches. After fighting for some time till the patch health goes to half, he will surrender, and you will receive the golden rune and grovel for mercy. After this, talk to Patches and forgive him. Then go back to the site of grace that you've activated at the entrance of Murkwater Cave. Now you can open the level up menu to increase your attributes by spending your collected runes. Next, go back to Patches. On your way back, there'll be some cave moss. Collect them as they will be useful for crafting items. Talk with Patches as you can now trade with him. Sell the golden rune to Patches to obtain runes. You can also purchase some items from him, like I bought the Missionary's Cookbook by spending 800 runes. After finishing the dialogue with Patches, move towards the chest on the left side. These are transporter traps that move ensnared players to a different location. Now open this fog-emitting chest to move to a new spot in the Elden Ring. Keep opening the map to search for pillar icons. These spots hold the maps. For example, we obtained the Limgrave East map from this pillar. Now, to head towards the newly unlocked east side area of Limgrave, you can follow me as we go to the Fort Hate West site of grace. Once here, activate the grace, then head towards Fort Hate. On the way, you will find a golden seed and blood rose. Keep picking them up. Now, head upstairs and reach the top of Fort Hate's tower, where you will find a chest containing the Dectus medallion left. Open the chest and collect the medallion. This is a key item that you can join with the other medallion, the Dectus medallion right, to operate the Grand Lift of Dectus, allowing you to reach the Altus Plateau. After picking up the medallion, explore the unlocked area to find more Rora fruits. I also found a golden rune, throwing dagger, and gold-tinged excrement on my way. Additionally, you will come across gold fireflies, which are useful crafting materials. By carefully exploring this greenery, you can collect a good amount of these resources. Now, teleport to the Church of Ella. Head west from there to find additional resources that are abundant and important. At the seashore and around these ruins, you will find many foul birds. Hunting them can provide you with four-toed fowl feet and flight pinions. These materials are also great for crafting. To increase your level, you should gather as many resources as possible from this area. This single spot can save you a lot of time in resource gathering. You can spend some time at any site of grace and then come back to hunt these birds again. After this, move to the Mistwood Outskirts site of Grace. Open the Item Crafting menu to craft items using the materials you have collected. For example, here we will craft the Gold Pickled Fowlfoot using the materials we have collected. The Gold Pickled Fowlfoot is a consumable item that is useful for recovering HP. In the Inventory menu, you can view your item collection and crafted items. After this, we will head towards the Third Church of Marika in the northeast. Follow my lead and keep collecting any materials or items you find on the way to the church. Once here, activate the Site of Grace, then collect Crimson Crystal Tear, Flask of Wondrous Physic, and Sacred Tear. Exit the Third Church of Marika and head northeast to the canal. At the end of the canal, you'll find a hidden portal in the bushes. Hop into the portal to travel to a new place. Now, we have spawned in the Greyol's Dragon Barrow region. Here, activate the Site of Grace at the Bestial Sanctum, then move forward in my direction. Explore this area to gather resources. For example, I found a golden seed here. You might find more items as well. In the map menu, we can see that we have reached the Ferrum Great Bridge's Site of Grace. Now move onwards crossing this bridge to reach the Minor Erd Tree and Fort Ferrith. Passing by the Minor Erd Tree area, we will obtain a faded Erd Leaf flower. Now use the Spirit Spring jump to reach the mountaintops. From here, go straight towards the Fort Ferrith. Now, from Fort Ferrith's Site of Grace, you should move to the marked location on the map to pick the Dragon Barrow map. By getting this map, we'll be able to unlock new areas in this region. Go along the broken wall in the west direction. Now pick up the map from this pillar. After that, teleport back to the Fort Ferrith site. Once here, go upstairs to the fort and move on to reach the top of the tower, where you will find a chest containing the Dectus Medallion right. Now, open the chest and retrieve the Dectus Medallion right. We have already collected the left side of the Dectus Medallion, and now, by combining both medallions, we'll be able to access the Altus Plateau region. Now I'm going to collect Radagon's Sore Seal, which is a talisman that will be useful for boosting stats. Follow me closely to reach the spot of this talisman. Now, pick up the Radagon's Sore Seal talisman from the corpse at this location. You can use all your collected runes to move to the last visited Site of Grace. Open the equipment menu to equip the talismans you just collected. Now, from this Site of Grace, turn right to find a sleeping dragon. Before heading towards the dragon, make sure to select the Gold Pickled Fowlfoot from your inventory. Then, move towards the dragon and attack his legs with your sword or dagger. It may take some time to kill the dragon, but you'll be able to complete this task with your sword only. As soon as the dragon dies, consume the gold pickled fowlfoot and make a few more sword slashes on the dragon's body. This will grant you a good amount of runes, and you'll also receive a dragon heart as a reward. Because of the dragon heart, a draconic power will unlock for you in the Cathedral of Dragon Communion. Move back to the Fort Ferreth's site of grace. Now, I will open the level up menu to show you the runes I've collected so far and what level I get after spending these runes. You can increase any attribute points to level up, just like I increased my vigor stat. Now I have reached level 35. To further improve our level, we will need to gather materials, items, and most importantly, runes. In the flask menu, you can charge up your flask using the golden seed. Now, let's move ahead to the gatefront site of Grace in the Limgrave region. Now, move forward to the Stormgate area and pick up the lump of flesh while passing this area. Continuing in the west direction, you'll reach the Stormhill area. Collect the golden seed passing by the Stormhill area. Move onward to the next site and activate it. Then follow my lead closely to reach the broken bridge. Here, we found more Roa fruits. You should also search this area while heading towards the bridge. Collect the Nomadic Warrior's Cookbook 7 from the corpse on the edge of the broken bridge. Now, let's head towards the lake-facing cliff site in Liurnia of the Lakes. Follow me to get there. You can also gather some materials along this path. Once here, activate the Site of the Grace. From this location, we will proceed to obtain a new map, the Liurnia East map. You can follow my lead to reach the shown location on the map. You need to follow the path between the west and the north to reach there. Activate this Site of Grace and proceed further. Now, pick up the Liurnia East map from this pillar and follow on in the northwest direction. Take the Grace, then pick up the Glenstone Craftsman's Cookbook from this location. Now, passing through the Lascar ruins, we will reach the next spot to obtain the Liurnia North map. Now, pick up the map, Liurnia North, from this pillar. Near this pillar, you will find the Academy Gate town site of Grace. From here, head towards the marked location on the map. At this spot, you will see the white-faced Var NPC. If you don't find him here, then you need to defeat two bosses, Margit, the Fell Omen, and Godric the Grafted, and then return here to meet the NPC. Now, we need to head towards the Stormhill Shack for the boss fight. Once here, Follow me to the Castleward Tunnel site of Grace. There is a misty doorway to the right of the Grace, which leads to Margit, the Fell Omen boss. Summon a sorcerer Rogier named Cooperator, then traverse through the mist and defeat Margit, the Fell Omen boss, to retrieve the talisman pouch. After defeating Margit, activate the site of Grace and approach Stormveil Castle. Enter the castle, then pass through the hole in the wall, and follow my path to move to the back of the castle. Now activate this side of Grace and head upstairs. Pick up the marred leather shield from the corpse on the stairs and continue moving upwards to enter the tower. Now, follow me to reach the Knight's room to fight him. On the way, collect the items you find, like the smoldering butterfly I found, which will be useful for item crafting. Enter inside this dark room and defeat the Knight. After that, pick up the rusty key from a corpse. There will be a chest in the same room containing the curved sword talisman, which will increase guard counter damage by 20% and also help with stats boosting. Exit this dark room to move forward. Open the equipment menu to equip your collected talismans. Now, follow the path to the Rampart Tower site of Grace. Once reached here, activate the Grace site. From here, we will head to the location of the Godric the Grafted boss. It's a long path, and you can find necessary items and materials that you should collect along the way. Now, activate the Grace site and proceed with my lead. Here, you will meet Nefeli Lux, a warrior. Talk to her, then head to the secluded cell site of Grace. Activate the site of Grace, then move to the mist which leads to the boss. But before crossing the mist, it is recommended to summon Nefeli Lux, the warrior, traverse through the mist to face Godric the Grafted boss, and receive Godric's great ruin and remembrance of the Grafted after beating him. After that, activate the Godric the Grafted site of Grace, and use the obtained runes to increase your level. Now, teleport to the Table of Lost Grace. After reaching the Round Table Hold, follow my lead to interact with Finger Reader Inya to learn about the Great Ruins. Now, we have to go back to the spot where we didn't find the Whiteface Var NPC earlier. To do this, first we need to teleport to the Academy Gate town site. From here, head towards the west direction until you see the NPC near a ruined wall. Now, have a dialogue with this white-faced Var NPC to obtain the festering bloody finger. If you're playing online, use the festering bloody finger to invade the worlds of 3 other players. This fight is compulsory, but it isn't necessary to defeat them. If you're playing offline, you must beat one NPC by invading their world in the Altus Plateau. To reach the Altus Plateau region, you'll need to cover a long area. Move to the mark point on the map to proceed further. From this next location, we'll obtain the Academy Glintstone key, which will be used to unlock seals. Now, pick up the Academy Glintstone key from this location, then teleport to Academy Gate Town's Site of Grace. From here, head to the next marked location on the map. Follow my lead closely to find the path to the Site of Grace close to the first seal of the bridge. Activate the Site of Grace, then pick up the Meeting Place map. Now, unlock the seal using the collected Glintstone key. Now, pass through the second seal, and you'll reach the Bellum Highway. Afterward, follow me to the Grand Lift of Dectus. Activate the Site of Grace, then move towards the lift. Use the medallions, left and right, to activate the lift, which will take you to the Altus Plateau region. Now, to progress further in this region, you'll need to pick up the map from the marked location. As you head towards the map, you may find some resources along the way, so be active in picking them up. Now, pick up the Altus Plateau map from this pillar to unlock new areas in this region. After that, you need to go to the Writhe-Blood Ruins location, which I've marked on the map. Follow my lead to reach this destination. Now we've arrived at the Writhe Blood Ruins. Here, you'll need to find a red spot in the ruins to invade the world of another player. And here we found that red spot. Examine this red spot. Use the festering bloody finger and invade Magnus the Beastclaw's world. Now, initiate a fight and defeat Magnus to receive the Rune Arc and Furl Calling Finger Remedy. After returning to your world, you'll receive Great Stars and Somber Smithing Stone. Now, teleport to the South Raya Lucaria Gate Site of Grace. Then, move back to the White-Faced Var NPC to report to him. Now, interact with the White-Faced Var NPC and take the Lord of Blood's favor. After completing the dialogue, travel to the Church of Inhibition site. Get the Lord of Blood's favor from the Maiden NPC at the Church of Inhibition. After doing so, travel to the Academy Gate Town's Site of Grace. From there, move west and reach the White-Faced Var NPC. Interact with the White-Faced Var NPC again and offer your finger to retrieve the Bloody Finger and Pure Blood Knight's Medal. After that, open the inventory menu and use the Pure Blood's Knight's Medal to reach the audience grounds. You'll arrive at the Mohgwyn Palace. Now, pick up the map of Mohgwyn Palace from the Mohgwyn Dynasty Mausoleum to unlock new regions in this area. Activate the Dynasty Mausoleum entrance Site of Grace. Then, we'll head to the Dynasty Mausoleum Midpoint Site of Grace. Follow me to get there and gather resources along the way. Now, we've arrived at the Dynasty Mausoleum Midpoint Site of Grace. Near this site, you'll find an elevator. You can use it to ascend to the boss arena. Now, Enter the arena for a fight with Mohg, Lord of Blood. Once the boss's health bar appears, quit your game. Continue with your game progress and you'll find yourself outside the mist to the boss arena. Turn back towards the elevator and activate it to descend. Now move towards the north direction, and then get close to the cliff's edge. Drop down to the wide surface below using the ledges, then move in the east direction. Climb up the rocks and follow my lead closely. Summon the torrent when possible, and you can't cross all the paths on horseback. Double jump to reach the other side of the rocks. Drop yourself from this specific spot and keep slashing your sword while going downwards. After some time, you'll see runes start adding to your account, which means the Great Mohg has been defeated. You'll be rewarded with Mohg's Great Ruin and Remembrance of the Bloodlord as well. Now, teleport to the Dynasty Mausoleum entrance site of Grace. Once here, choose to level up by spending the runes you just collected by defeating the Great Mohg and his companions. You can increase any attribute's stats and then spend runes to level up. After that, we need to go to the Palace Approach Ledge Road Site of Grace, as we can farm plenty more runes there. Now, activate this site of Grace. Look for a dragon from the cliff's edge and kill him using a trick to farm runes. Take a longbow with golden arrows and target the massive enemy wandering on the red water. Whenever he gets hit, he'll try to come towards you to attack, but will fall into the canyon, and a healthy amount of runes will be added to your account. Rest at the site of Grace for some time until the enemy respawns. Repeat this process of killing the enemy and resting at this site of Grace until you get enough runes. After farming enough runes, open the Level Up menu, increase attribute points, and spend runes to reach your desired level. As you can see, I've reached the level 104. You can farm more runes to level up as much as you desire. Thanks for watching. With these tips, you'll be leveling up in no time. See you in the next Elden Ring guide.